Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. So I'm coming to you with another episode of Show and Tell Sunday, quicker than I expected to, because I received something in the post yesterday which I'm just absolutely overjoyed with. So this bundle of gorgeous fabrics, which I'll take you through piece by piece in case you do want to have a look at them, actually comes from my husband's great aunt. She sent me these pieces as a gift, but there's something really, really special about these. So she also sent me a little letter that came with the pieces, and she explains that the lace pieces you see here, they're from her grandmother, so that's my husband's great-great-grandma. They're from her sewing books, and also there were pieces from her wedding dress in there. So the letter says, Grandma Stoneman was born in 1884 and she died in 1956. Yvonne, my husband's great aunt, was saying that some of the pieces are probably Victorian, some even Edwardian. How incredible is that? So the longer pieces are from her wedding dress, some pieces are from just, in her sewing box. And then she also, my husband's great aunt, also sent me these lovely extra pieces from her own sewing box. So I thought if you would like to see these pieces and share them with me, then I thought I would take you through them. So I'm just going to hit pause, get everything together and show you piece by piece. Okay, so this is the lace, first of all, from Scott, my husband, his great-great-grandma. So I just wanted to show you these pieces, and Scott's great aunt, she sent me absolutely loads. So there's this piece here, and I'm going to be really careful with it because it does feel, as vintage pieces do, there is a bit of fragility there. So there's this really nice piece, and there's a whole huge bundle of this. There's some beautiful lace here, which is kind of like a crochet sort of look. Hope you can see this okay. I just want to share with this stuff with you because, it was a pleasure to receive on my end, and of course I'll be using these pieces in projects. So, I just wanted to share where they came from and just the story behind them, really. So, I love to use vintage pieces in my journals, whether that be paper or vintage fabrics or lace. That is just, I like to include those, and I'm just trying to work out how best to show you this one. If I unravel it a bit, there you go. How gorgeous is that? Isn't that lovely? So I like to use vintage pieces anyway. I love the different feels. I love the fact that it's got, there are stories to tell. I love the idea of this once being used by somebody and now we're using it in our journals and we're giving it like a new life kind of thing. And there's this really long piece here. Isn't that a lovely pattern? They're stunning and they smell lovely. She must have put them through some wash or something, or maybe just perfume, but they smell lovely anyway. And but there's something truly special about being able to use pieces that come from your family, or in this case my husband's family, who of course by association they are my family. I haven't actually met Yvonne yet, but I shared some pictures of my Christmas journal on my Facebook, just my personal Facebook, so I could show just friends and family what I'm up to. And she saw the pieces, she saw the journals and she really liked what I'd shared. And she just popped up and said, I've got some lace from this grandmother. They were just sitting there. No one was using them. And I just love that. Isn't that stunning? All those flowers. I hope I'm doing it justice on the camera. But as I say, you will see these pieces crop up in projects as I figure out how best to use them to their best, because obviously I don't want to waste any of this stuff, And then there's this trim here. So she just popped up and said, I've got some lace I could send to you. And that was that. She popped them in the post, and then of course she sent me that, essentially a happy mail alongside it, with all these extra trims. So I'll show you those in a minute as well. So I think these last two pieces are from the grandmother's wedding dress, and you probably won't be able to see this on camera, but there is aging to it. I imagine she probably wore white on her wedding day, as is the tradition, especially back then. but there, you know, it's got this slightly aged look to it, where you know, it's gone a bit, maybe a bit, I wouldn't call it grey, but you know, an off-white colour, you know, that sort of aged effect. And of course there's little marks and tears just where she wore this wedding dress. And as we know, those of us who've gotten married and worn a wedding dress, you know, the bottom of it, you will find that you'll get you know, rips and tears and mud and staining and stuff, don't you? I mean, I know mine did. Mine looked a state when I came back from my wedding. So, and this is stunning as well. I mean, I really wish I could see photos of how the wedding dress looked as one piece, because if it's anything like this lace, then, you know, obviously it's absolutely stunning. And then there's this last piece of lace here, from the wedding dress as well, or possibly from the veil. Actually, I'm getting more veil vibes from this one. How beautiful is that? I mean, I'm in awe that she would send me these things, you know, and I haven't even met her. How kind is that? You know, when we're all going through things at the moment, all of us have stuff going on, and you know, this lady, this lovely lady who I haven't yet had the fortune to meet, she has, sorry, I've just found a piece, bear with me. I thought it might be easier to share if I actually have a clean desk. So, so there's this other piece here, some more lace. This might actually come from the grandma's sewing box, but yeah, there's this whole great big bundle. So yeah, anyway, what I was saying was, you know, how kind and lovely is that for her to send me these pieces. You know, I haven't yet, as I say, I haven't had the fortune of meeting her yet, but you know, she saw that I was going to be able to use these pieces, you know, in something that she liked the look of, and she just thought, you know, let's send these pieces to her. So, you know, all of us are going through things at the moment, you know, across the world, right? And so when you hear about kindness like this, I just think it's really important to share, because we are, you know, we're seeing so much bad news that it's just like, come on, let's share some good news. So I wanted to share these pieces with you. So these pink pieces, as I say, what I'm sharing with you now comes from the Great Aunt's sewing box. So she sent me some pink and white pieces. Believe it or not, I'm working with a journal that is exactly these colours on the front cover, just these exact shades. So these are going to be absolutely perfect. I mean, how beautiful are those flowers? I just love those. And that's obviously going to be a very shabby chic-esque type of journal. She also sent, oops, there's some more white and pink pieces, so I'll show you these as well. Well, I'm showing you everything, of course. I'm just, you can hear it in my voice probably, of just how in awe I am that somebody would send me these things. How beautiful are those flowers? Aren't they gorgeous? So yeah, I just wanted to share them with you, and you know, really it's a case of sharing, you know, there is still good and kindness in the world. There's plenty of it. So I think that's important to share, especially right now. And this is stunning. This is a whole piece here. Not sure if I'm going to be able to get it all on camera, and you won't be able to see, but it's a gold. It's a creamy gold. How beautiful is this? It's absolutely stunning. So I'm really excited to use these pieces. And in case you're wondering, why does, you know, what is our great aunt into? You know, why does she have these pieces? She showed me some photos of dolls' clothes that she's been making. You know, China dolls. She's been making clothes. So I'm just going to open this bag so it's not shiny for you. Yeah, she's been making dolls' clothes. And so I think that's why she had these pieces in there. So you can imagine how her dolls must look. They are lovely. They are really lovely. Okay, and then there's some trim here. So these pieces are more boho inspired. And I did actually make a boho journal. It was my first full-size journal actually, not that long ago. And so I think I need to make another one now, don't I? I really enjoyed using all of the the shiny gold trim. So there's some there. There's absolutely loads on that that part there. And then I have all these, which are on a card. So I'm hoping I'll be able to show you these. How pretty! There's just so much shiny bling, and of course those of you who know me, my nickname, I used to be called a magpie because I would see shiny and just be like, I love it, I need to have the shiny. So yeah, there's absolutely gorgeous amounts of shiny here, so I'm just hoping that I can show you all these pieces. I don't want to take them all off the card because they're neatly wrapped on there, but nice pink and blue one there as well, same as there. And then there's some black pieces. I think they're two different pieces, so I'll try very hard to show you these. With mirrors on, isn't that fabulous? And here with sort of the black and gold and some flowers. I'm hoping I'm doing this justice enough to show you. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you because I was absolutely overjoyed with receiving these pieces. And I just thought it was absolutely so lovely of her to have done that for me. So Yvonne and Grandma Stoneman, or Scott's great Grandma Stoneman, I want to thank you ever so much for these pieces because, you know, I'm actually going to love using them, and I hope you'll like seeing them in projects, you know, if you've been watching this video along with me this morning. The only other thing I have to share or tell you about is I'm getting very close to finishing this Christmas journal. As you can see, we're getting slightly chunkier by the day. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to finish this one actually today. I think I'm just about nearly there. I just need to finish some pieces. And in case you have not seen a very sneaky peek of this one before, this one comes with a vintage gold brooch, which is going to be popped on the side there. And the idea behind this one is I wanted it to mimic Father Christmas's sash, or a vintage Father Christmas and his sash. And there's obviously Father Christmas on the front. So that's what this one is going to be. This will be my next journal I'll share a flip through with you. So that will be coming soon. And of course instantly I'm sort of looking to these pieces to my right and thinking, could I incorporate some of them perhaps? Who knows? Let's see. So yeah, I will really hope that I can finish this today, and then I'll be able to share a flip through with you soon. The only other thing I have to say is thank you again so much for being here, you know, subscribing and being here with me on my junk journal journey. It's, you know, it really is so wonderful. I'm having a blast. I hope you are too. Yeah, for those of you who didn't catch my video, well, when was it? A couple of days ago. I mentioned that I'm taking a week off work next week, you know, my main job. So for those of you who don't know, my main job is actually as a travel blogger. There's a long story there, but I won't bore you with the details now. Anywho, and yeah, I'm taking a week off my main job next week to do some YouTube videos and to do some crafting. So I hope by the end of that, we'll have a nice array of mixture of different things, and I really need to start planning, but my main focus is get this finished today, do a flip through, and then we'll figure out the rest later. So thanks so much as always for joining me. I'm gonna head off now, drink my tea on this lovely Sunday morning, which, believe it or not, I want to say the sun is shining. Isn't it fantastic? Woohoo! So I hope you're having a fantastic day, you know, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening for you. And I hope you've been having a fantastic weekend. And as always, I will catch you on the next video. Speak soon.